Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I just thought I would let everyone know that Mike Ohearn has actually publicly threatened me with physical violence. And rather than cover that on the fitness channel, I thought I would cover it on the tactical channel because number one, it's just a better topic for my tactical channel. This is more the sort of things that I cover here than the fitness channel, even though we're both public figures in the fitness industry. And number two, because this is very much more of an American thing, this is going to fall under Texas laws and use of force, and fitness channel is more of an international audience and people aren't going to actually understand that there. It's not applicable to their lives in any way. It's not applicable to their philosophies. Now, I've also dropped by my gym because he was planning on doing a seminar and spoke to the ownership of my gym, and they will be contacting Mike Ohearn to make sure that he understands the legal ramifications of what he did. And they've already asked me if I plan on pressing criminal charges because here's the problem that Mike runs into. He started all this based upon the fact that he saw Jerry Ward's post, and Jerry actually is misunderstanding greatly the way Texas law works on use of force for self-defense. Under Texas law, it's if I perceive something as a deadly threat. And for me personally, as a trained fighter, I perceive a fist as a deadly weapon. All I have to do is convince a jury that I felt that their fist or their hand was a weapon that could cause physical injury to me. Now, the problem you have in Mike's case, Mike is a self-admitted not just powerlifter, but judo world champion. He is a very skilled, highly trained martial artist. Under Texas law, his hand in slapping someone is considered to be deadly force. The other issue he has is that he has made a public threat that he plans to not only come to a venue to where he knows I train, to come to the gym where I train at, and come and look me up. And he's gone out of the way to find out the location and name of the gym I train at, contact the ownership to set up so that he can be there. And then he has physically threatened me with a physical threat of what the state of Texas considers to be deadly force, because he is threatened to use deadly force against me unprovoked in a manner other than self-defense. Directly threatened, not indirectly, not implied, stated it explicitly. Because of the way Texas laws are written, I perceive that most martial artists, what's legally considered, at least for tactical courses here, legal purposes inside Texas, a trained martial artist, their deadly range, their strike range is considered to be 7 yards. So I personally feel at this point that if Mike, having made this threat, steps within 7 yards or closer to me, that I am an immediate threat of being injured because of his direct words and his direct threat of having deadly force applied to me. Texas law clearly states that in that situation, I have the legal right to use any force up to and including deadly force that is necessary to prevent the aggravated assault from occurring, because he's already threatened to do it. So if he is within 7 yards, I can use any force necessary to keep him from closing that gap and to physically prevent him from making the attack that he has publicly stated that he intends to make. I may not use any more force than is necessary to do that, meaning were I to use force and it were to drop him to the ground, I may not continue to apply force. I must stop using force at that point. However, Texas is also a stand your ground state, and the law very clearly states that I have no duty or obligation to retreat or try to avoid the physical conflict if the other person steps within that range. If they're the aggressor and they're coming within that range, I am not obligated to try to retreat or move away before, during, or after the use of the force. So Mike has a problem here, and I want to make sure that he sees this video and he explicitly understands what has occurred here, and he will be contacted by the ownership of my gym and their decision if they're going to let him come there or not, if they're going to let him do his seminar now based upon the fact that they've seen the physical threat that he made, and they are very, very conservative and a very patriotic gym. They're very aware of my views and my stance in Texas laws. So as a result of his threat, Mike might find that he is not allowed to set foot in the gym, or if he shows up, depending upon how their conversation goes with him, he might find the police called on him and he might find himself charged with a terroristic threat. But the way the law is written now, because Mike has publicly made the threat, everyone's aware of it, I've made everyone aware of it, I can legally use any force necessary to stop him from closing the gap if he steps within 7 yards of me at this point, anywhere within the state of Texas, particularly if he comes and finds me at a public venue to where he knows I'm going to be. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.